Good morning, everyone. Eric here from Nomadic Fanatic. Hope you guys are doing well this sunny morning here in the deserts of Arizona quartzsite. The Naughty Bus. Wayne and I are still working on mini splits in there. This project is a little more complicated and time consuming than we thought, based on we just don't know what we're doing. I mean, we do. We've got some coolant lines spread out here, a 50-foot length. We had attempted to go underneath the chassis and follow the frame rail, but that is not going to work. So we've been on this probably a week now, and I've been putting other videos up while we install dual mini splits on the bus. So that project is a little stalled right now, which means I've got a little bit of time to do something totally different. Something that has nothing to do with the functionality of the bus, but something that brings a quality of life that I think I need. And we're gonna do this today. Thank you for joining me on the channel once again, guys. I will be uploading this video with some Canadien internet with my new Fortress router inside. You guys want to get unlimited Wi-Fi on the road, check out the video description below. For the bus today, let's go inside. I guess now you'll get a little sneak peek of what we're working on here and back in the bedroom area, but that's not what we're talking about. I want to do something, guys, and I have an appointment in LA today. So I got to drive 3.5 hours from here to Los Angeles, California. This bathroom area where the toilet will sit right here, this is going to be a monster bathroom area with extra storage. And I have simply decided not to do that. I have boarded up one more Skoolie window right here. Painted it black just like the other ones. I screwed it so it can never pop down on the road. I insulated it. I added 2x2s for support. Put a new piece of plywood in and boxed that out. This section, from right here to right here, is where I am going to attempt to put an arcade cabinet. Yes, you heard me right, guys. Has it ever been done before in a bus? Not that I can find. Before I even considered this as an option and brought it up to my friends, I did lots of research online, and I simply cannot find another Skoolie build that has an arcade, a full-size stand-up arcade system inside of it. If you don't know, I'm a huge arcade fan. Back in my house that I had just 4 years ago, I had 7 full-size arcade cabinets. I had a jukebox, I had a claw machine, I had a pinball machine as well, and they were all monster arcade cabinets that took up the entire living room and kitchen of my house. I miss those arcades dearly. I sold everything I had and put that money into property here in Arizona, which, as you now know, I sold 2 weeks ago. I no longer have that property. And I would like to do something special for the Naughty Bus, but I had to think this through because a full-size cabinet, full-size, like actual 80s, 90s cabinet, will not fit through the front door, even though I've modded my front door. I have 30.5 inches to fit. So it has to be a custom-built full-size cabinet. And I don't want to be limited to just one game or a few games. I want something that is a true multicade of everything I loved in the past. Every arcade game that ever existed, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, all the Dreamcast and Sega consoles. I want it all in one so that it serves a huge, better enjoyment purpose. And today we're gonna go pick that up in Frosty the pickup truck. You'll notice that I have actually taken off the topper cap, the camper shell. Just 4 brackets, and then Wayne and I picked it up and we put it on the ground right there because I don't want to lay the cabinet down and it won't fit anyway. It's longer than the 5.5 foot bed I have, so it's going to be up there, stored flat against the back window and then secured with towels and blankets and stuff like that. But I'm gonna go pick it up in LA, in a neighborhood in LA, in someone's garage. The seller is gonna help me load it. I'll strap it, we get back here. I may have to take the door of the bus off to fit it through there, don't know. We're right there and I don't wanna scratch it. I got like a 1/2 inch to spare and I don't wanna scratch the cabinet, but this thing is slick looking, guys. So, come on with me. We are putting an arcade cabinet in a Skoolie. Yes. All right, we are leaving Arizona. Gonna make sure we're safe enough for California here at the check station just inside the city lines. I think he's waving me through. Okay, that was easy. They didn't even want to talk today. Nobody wants to talk to me in California today. I guess that means I'm safe enough for the state. It's stupid. You know, this reminds me of the old days back in Illinois during all the COVID-y crap. I didn't have a truck, so I'd rent a U-Haul. I'd go drive to Missouri, Kansas City, Kentucky a few times, Evansville, Indiana once. I'd pick up these arcades one by one by one. Heavy, bulky. I had to make repairs, replace screens. These days, look, I know what I'm going to get is nothing nostalgic or original or, you know, this is going to be a heavily modded, updated arcade. But I'm gonna have a lot more fun with it because you can do so much with it. Yeah. Also, Diana's still in LA, but she's coming back soon. We need to clean up camp and start packing up, moving some vehicles. But I'm not gonna stop by and see her because she's in a different area of LA that there's traffic, and it's an hour and 42-minute detour. And this is gonna be a 4-hour drive as it is, one way and then one way back, and I gotta feed the kitties tonight, so she also doesn't know what I'm doing yet. I mean, by the time y'all watch this, she knows, but right now, she doesn't know that I've made space for an arcade cabinet in the bus. And it's my bus. I can do what I want. I just don't know how it's going to fit into the whole nautical theme. But do I care? It's fine. We'll just put a nautical blanket over it. My butt's numb, guys. What a drive. Things we do for our toys. You're in Route 66, right off Route 66 here. Some palm trees here in San Bernardino, California. I haven't even got to LA yet. Make a stop here real quick before we go south, because there's something famous here. The most iconic fast food restaurant in California, some might think In-N-Out, because it's more unique to California than McDonald's. But what you should know is that McDonald's, and specifically here on Route 66, is the home of McDonald's here in California. Yep, where we're standing here, right here, this is where the McDonald's brothers opened up what wasn't McDonald's to start with. In 1940, it was a barbecue joint, and then it turned into, kind of see this mural right here? In 1953, Ray Kroc purchased it and turned it into a kind of like a drive-in, the first McDonald's building that wasn't a franchise, and then obviously it became a franchise. So, and then in 1979, the location that looked like that stood right here was demolished, guys. They tore it down. It's unknown exactly why they tore it down, and it was only open, so that's not obviously open. Look at this old sign though, 15-cent burgers, guys. And I love some of the old toys. I mean, I played on the Hamburglar toy at some of these locations. Now McDonald's locations that are so boring and plain and boxy. But a little bit farther south, just south, not quite Long Beach, kind of Downey area there, is the oldest operating McDonald's, which we will probably visit later on. But this is a museum here. They did actually keep the original golden arches, the very first golden arches ever at a McDonald's. And it says that there's a donation admission, and look, cameras are welcome. A lot to see in here. Ronald McDonald. They've got old toys from all of our menus. Here's a little bit of what it looks like, or what it used to look like, those arches. Look at this old carousel roundabout here, preserved. The merry-go-round, the 70s. Cool thing about McDonald's is over the years, I mean, they've sponsored with a lot of companies. Look at the Wizard of Oz Happy Meal. I don't even remember that, and I love Wizard of Oz. They always like to partner with new movies coming out. There's some Star Wars characters back there from 2008. Minions. There's some Looney Tunes characters. I even see some Disney characters in here. The Snow White, Seven Dwarfs Happy Meal. Potato Heads in 1993. McDonald's is definitely not a tater hater. Okay, and see that Bugs Bunny cup right there? My mom has 4 of those in her house in Texas. Still uses them today. So yeah, definitely, if you're in the San Bernardino, California area, you got to stop by and see this museum. Unfortunately, there's no food here. There's no French fries, there's no milkshakes, there's no ice cream, so I'm not going to be able to get food here, but it's a cool stop. Just killing some time because I told I'm not going to be there till 1 p.m. I was telling the owner of the property that I'm actually here to pick up an arcade cabinet, and he said, "Oh, well, you gotta stick around till 5 p.m. and go across the street." That is an old arcade, guys. We'll walk across the street here. This is actually an old church from the 1920s that has been recently converted into an old school arcade where you can play all the classics. Route 66. As it is, I'm probably not gonna get back to Quartzsite till dark, and the kiddies are gonna get fed late, but by the time we get there tonight, we'll be playing Pac-Man on my own arcade. All right. Gotta find something to eat though. I wanted to eat some McDonald's, but might have to go with something different. Actually, I'm due to go pick up the arcade here in 10 minutes, so I'll eat after I pick it up. I don't want to be late for this one. I don't want to miss it. Let me go check everything out. It's in his garage, run it all through, make sure everything is legit, get it loaded and secured, and then I'll get back to you after I eat. Let you know. I'm gonna get it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get it. All right, guys, I'm starving. In the back of the truck is my arcade system. How freaking cool is this, guys? Tested it out, went through all the functions and everything. We agreed on a price. He helped me load it. It is the perfect full-size arcade for a Skoolie. Modernized, it is lightweight, custom built, and completely old school NES Nintendo themed. I will show you more specifics once we get back to camp and it gets in the bus, because I don't want to spend too much time here in LA before the traffic gets up. So I'm gonna go hit up that KFC right there, move this a little closer where I can see it probably. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. And then I'll show you loading it up into the bus and how it works. Okay. Woo. It's in, guys. My arcade cabinet is here in my bus. It is the most ridiculous thing, but when you have a 40-foot bus, you can pretty much you have a blank slate. I had room. Look, still got an inch on top for the ceiling, and I'm gonna bolt it to the wall later, but I still got to do the vinyl floor and the ceiling. So yeah, this cabinet right here has over 8,000 original games from. So this is the interface of this particular device. It's not a BlackBerry. It's not an Xbox platform. I'm trying to see it. I think it's called Retro Para Todos. Retro Para Todos is the name of the device underneath, and everything is underneath here. I'll show you in just a minute the inside and my ideas for the future. But this is the interface. We got this scrolling side here that we're on arcade right now, and if we just go up, we'll go to all games, all 8,000 some games. They're grouped. The whole Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the entire Street Fighter, every game on Street Fighter, Sonic, Mortal Kombat, the Mario Brothers, every single original Mario Brothers game. Guys, Neo Geo, Sega, all of the Nintendo 64 games are right here, guys. Super Nintendo, PC Engine, Atari, Capcom. It even has the companies that made the games. Temco, Taito, SNK, Sega, Namco, Midway, Konami, Jaleco, Data East that does all the pinball machines, Capcom Classics. I mean, okay. After you go through this side over here and you've selected your group or your console, now we're going down here to every single NES game that ever came out on that console is on this machine right here, guys. And it's just like how we remember. There it is, the classic. You hit A, it'll load it. It'll show you what system it came from. It'll do a little diagnosing, and look at that. There's a button to add a coin. So for all the arcade games, there's a coin button. There's your coin. There's your player 1. You can do 2 players. You can add more controllers, and look at this. Yep. I'm gonna need some practice. Also, the volume right now is only being played on this smart LCD screen back here. You can modify it. You can add sound bars and stuff. Let's do this right. There's my mushroom. Okay. Okay, but what I really wanted to say was you're not stuck with just the joystick and all of the buttons. These are all programmable in here. There's also a pause button, right? No. You can, okay, let me show you. Okay, this panel right here is on a hinge. Not unlike most actual arcades, except it would be locked to the actual place. So these have all been upgraded to LED buttons. They're all easily accessible. If you ever have a problem, need to replace your joystick or any of the buttons or anything. The guts of the machine are down here, and there's not much because it's a modern system. This is going to be your hard drive emulator for that company I said. I forget what it's called. There's some extension cords in here. There's a power brick right there. And then there's a hard drive right there powering all of the emulated games that are being played on the system. So the TV is easy to remount. You can also just add to the audio. There's room to put a bass speaker down here, possibly even a sound bar up on top. By the way, this lights up. I feel like I should turn this off to show you a little bit of this. So this lights up Nintendo. It actually looks great. And when I close this, also, the builder put in a light underneath that lights up the bottom of the console. It is absolutely the coolest custom-built cabinet that I have seen because it literally looks like the console of an old NES, Nintendo Entertainment System console from 1985. That's why I love it. And it's full size, so it's not like you have to get a riser. It's already up where your hand naturally fits here, where your eyes naturally see the picture, and it's a beautiful, crisp picture. If I could change one thing, it would be the bulb that's behind the Nintendo marquee right here. I would do the same thing as below, where we have this down-firing LED strip. I would put a LED strip right up here, going all the way down-firing so that the entire Nintendo logo marquee is lit up exactly the same. That's the only thing I would change. Otherwise, it's super easy. I've already created a favorites folder also. Go up and find it right there, and then you hit to the A button right there. And then you come over here. I need to change some of these. I didn't add all of these, but we do have Tapper, guys. Yes, Tapper is on this console. Nearly every arcade game you've ever played is probably on this. It's doing the diagnosing that it would originally do back in the day with the old school CRT monitors. But here you're going to play as the Budweiser Tapper. You are going to pour beer for your customers who are going to tip you, and you have to do it in time. Here's some of the gameplay here. This is one of my top 5 classic games to go along with Pac-Man, 1942, Burger Time, Asteroid. A lot of people have never played this game. It's actually a lot of fun. Okay, so I added a coin. We're ready to go. I'm gonna pour some beer. Ready? You get a beer. You get a beer. You get a beer. You get a beer. And if I'm fast enough, I wasn't. I had to go collect that beer can and then give this guy another one because he's a drunk. Oh, I threw too many. Oh, geez. Sorry, I'm usually a lot better at this. Okay, I cleared that stage. He's gonna do a little, oh, he's gonna drink beer. The bartender's drinking beer. And then he'll throw his glass, and then we'll go on to round 2, serving beer. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Everybody good? And we're clear. Now we're gonna play a little game of mystery. Which beer is not shooken up by the burglar? There's the burglar. He's shaking them. So which one doesn't he shake? This one is not shook, so watch it. Ready? I think it's this one. Nope, it squirted in my face and I was wrong again. That's probably the hardest part of this whole game. I've never understood that whole magician thing, and I was way off, by the way, but okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm just counting them down. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Then go collect these 2 mugs. Then go down and collect those 3 mugs. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Another guy there. Another guy there. Oh, don't miss that one. You got to catch every empty beer glass too. And there's a tip right there which will pause it. Oh. But you can't pour it before he's ready because he's still dancing and partying. Okay, then to go back, we just hit the 2 buttons like this. It'll take us back to the main menu of my favorites, which also, what else is on here? Oh, wait. There's an easier way to get to all 8,000 titles. You hit Y. I almost forgot about this. You can actually just enter it in. So, S-I-M-P. I'm just going to go like that. That'll pop up Simpsons titles over here, like... Wait, which one? This one? This one! The actual classic arcade. The one that was remember the 4-player Simpsons game? Yeah, so you can, again, it's going to go through its checks. This is just, like, if you were to flip the arcade on first thing in the morning at an arcade shop, it would have done this. That's what it's doing with the emulator. The Simpsons... Now, since this is an arcade, you still got to put quarters in. I guess I already hit it. Okay, we're going to be Marge because I've already hit the coin button for Marge. But it'll go through their whole spiel here. And now I'm Marge with a vacuum cleaner as a weapon. Watch this. Whack, whack. Whack, whack. Whack, whack. Yeah, that's right. You just got Marge Simpson with a vacuum. Like, this is a lot more fun than modern games to me. The modern games on the new consoles, I would rather play the retro ones, me personally. Yeah, take that vacuum. Yeah. We're doing a Pac-Man search. There's so many Pac-Man games. There's Miss Pac-Man. There's the old school 89 Miss Pac-Man. A lot of bright Miss Pac-Mans. Where's just regular Pac-Man? Right there? Yep. Okay. So every old school game, Asteroids, Tron, all that stuff is on here, guys. I know that looks weird, but eventually it's just normal. It just looks absolutely normal. Oh wait, coin? Okay, and go. It's not up and down this way. It is side-scrolling right now, but still, I mean, it's exactly the same. It takes me a little bit to get used to the joystick here. I'm gonna wait down here for a little bit. And these guys come, eat some blue guys. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it still takes some Ah! Love the sound effects. I do want to get... I was thinking about either a sound bar up here or adding speakers up here downfiring from the TV and putting a subwoofer inside down here. Yeah. I just feel like that'd be really cool. Oh, and a cup holder. Probably a cup holder on this side so that it's not up here, but like down here, little cup holder. I want to keep this side open because it's, to me, well, actually, wait a minute. Oh, there's going to be a wall here. There will be an actual bathroom wall right here where the toilet's at. Shower's over here. But this side right here, that's a cool shot. And it's right across from the couch where the big 55-inch TV is going to be. It'll be a center point for me. You'll walk in and you will see the old school Nintendo NES look to it with the screen on. Bonus feature, because this is a modded, custom-built cabinet, this is just a smart TV, actually. As a matter of fact, it has a normal remote to it where I can actually go in once I pop this open, and I can go home, input. I can watch whatever I want. And what I plan to do is when I'm not using it as an arcade, this is going to be where my security camera system, I can run the HDMI from my security cam and VR into this screen as one of the optional inputs. And then simply go, if I aim it right down there, it'll work over to inputs. Then I've got HDMI 1, 2, 3, antenna, and composite, which means I could also put in an actual console like a PS2 with Guitar Hero and store my guitar controllers down here. There are 3 optional USB ports also in the computer, which means I can get those updated USB controllers for the N64, the Nintendo, the SNES, the Sega Genesis. I can get those USB controllers, plug them in, and then map them. There's a mapping feature within here where you can select, make sure that each button on the controller does what it was supposed to do in the old days. And then when someone comes along and says, you know, I want to play Super Ghouls and Ghosts on the SNES, but I want to do the double jump with the Y button. Well, let me just give you the SNES controller, and you can play Super Ghouls and Ghosts exactly how it was back in the early 90s. I haven't even shown you all the Nintendo 64 titles. Did I mention it has all 288 US released N64 games? Banjo-Tooie and Banjo-Kazooie, Blast Corps with the bulldozer going through, Castlevania, F-Zero, the greatest soundtrack on the Nintendo 64 on this game. GoldenEye 007 multiplayer. You can play four-way. If you get two USB N64 controllers and plug them in down here, you can play four-player versus GoldenEye here in 2025 in your bus. Oh my gosh. Mario Kart 64, guys. That just happened. Again, multiplayer available. Oh, steering wheels. I have a Nintendo USB steering wheel in my storage shed that will plug into here, and I can build a platform to hold my steering wheel with my gas pedal and brake pedal on the floor. It can be done on this system, guys. I thought I selected Yoshi. Oh, I guess I'm Mario instead of Yoshi. That's alright, y'all gonna eat my dust anyway. Let's get some toys up here. I really need the sound to be louder, but for this video it's actually good because I don't want to get in trouble. We got a boost. Gotta remember which button it is. So L1 is actually Z, which would be under the controller, but you can remap all these, and you can make Z be the Y down here so that it's easier while you're playing. Each game can be mapped and saved. Also, there's a save feature you can turn on, so when you're playing Super Mario 64, it saves the stars and levels that you're getting. Oh, I'm in last place. Can you guys tell I'm super freaking excited about this? This is the dumbest thing to put in a bus, and yet with everything going on right now, and in my very next video, we're going to have an update on the mini split system. I'm having a problem, a pretty big problem, actually, with the mini split system. So I've got some unfortunate bad news coming up in my very next video. I'm going to try to stay distracted playing video games on my bus arcade system here, but in my next video, you'll be caught up on what's going on with my attempt at mini splits in the bus. Emphasis on attempt. Oh my gosh! They have 18-wheeler! The arcade sit-down that I had at my house in Illinois. Oh my gosh, I need a steering wheel. I need to get my steering wheel. I need to get it. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, definitely top 5 games ever for me. Super Ghouls and Ghosts by Capcom on the SNES console, and also arcade. I know how to play it on the arcade because I played it a lot in the arcade. It's a very, very difficult game. I'm just saying, it's a very tough game to play. It's very hard. Also has a great soundtrack. It's louder if I go like this, but I don't want to get copyright flagged, so it doesn't matter. You don't need to hear that anyway. Yep. All right, here's my dude. Are you ready to see him? We should be in silver armor here. Oh yeah, there's the double jump. There's the double jump. There's the spikes. It's just, there's no rhyme or reason to this game. It's every time you play it, it's going to be different, and it can be very frustrating. It can be. I just need to get the diagonal weapon. Oh, there's a coyote, or whatever you call it. No, no, spike me. Don't. Now I'm naked. Lost all my armor. Don't kill me. Oh, jeez. And I'm dead. Bones. Okay. I'm hoping there's someone out there that can appreciate this nostalgic retro feel in the bus. Diana doesn't know about it yet. She doesn't know that I deleted a window. She doesn't know that I'm making the bathroom a little smaller. And she doesn't know that I did this. And I don't know how this fits into my nautical theme yet. I might have to change this marquee to something else more nautical themed. Maybe that's what I'll do. What's a nautical... Ooh, I could do Hunt for Red October, because that's a submarine underwater. Help me out, guys. What's a good nautical marquee replacement that I could put in there that would still fit the NES Nintendo black and white and gray look? Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. I'm just really loving this. As dumb as the purchase as it was, it has kept me sane the last couple days with everything else going on in my life. So stay tuned. I'll give you a up-to-date video soon about everything that's happening or not happening. Let's go. 40 love. Oh, robbed. Ha! Go back to the castle, princess. Settle down, Eric. People are staring.